Good evening, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
I hear you, sir.
How are we doing?
Fine,
Where do we
sir.
stop? We are working on question number 2 before the time lapse as for last week. On that question, which number are we working on? People should look at it.
The 13% derivative.
That's the one we are working on, okay? Yeah, let's go to the question solution page.
Please, this is page what? Please, page what?
Page 35. Page 34. The question started from page 33, 34, 35. We work on VAT account. We've done the federation account. We've done VAT account. We're also meant to look at other working notes. What are the other working notes we are looking at? Working note number 3. Our working note number 3 is distribution of state what? Allocation. State revenue allocation distribution. How do we distribute? Hello? How do we distribute state allocation? Go back to the question. Can we see the question? You were given a formula for you to distribute what? The sharing ratio in 2 above is based on the following criteria: equity, population, landmass, and internally generated revenue. Now, that is the basis we are going to use to distribute the state what? Allocation. So now, let's go there back. Equity, 40%. Population, 30%. The next one, landmarks. That one is 20%. Then the next one, internally generated revenue. That one is 10%. Now, how much is being allocated to the state from the federal allocation? This state revenue allocation distribution is from the what? Federation account. This one is federation account. Now, we are getting this from the federation account. As a result, what do we need to do? Here, this will be times. How much is from the what? This is the amount allocated to state. Can we see it? How much is the figure? Can you call the figure for me? Hello?
893
893
383
893 3 what?
383
3 what?
383
383. Any point?
point 20.
Point 20. Okay. The same thing we have here is what we are going to be to put in other ones we have down. Then, being the fact that we're told that it is equality, it's our duty to know how many states do they have in Olakoma. How many states do they have in Olakoma? Can we go to the question page, please?
30 states.
We have what?
Page what? Page what, please?
Page 33.
Page 33. You were told there are how many states?
30.
Eboda is one of the 30 states in Olakoma. There are 30 states, which means the one allocated to that state, the revenue allocated to the state will be shared equally. And Olakoma, Eboda is one of the states in Olakoma. Is now going to be times 1 divided by 30. 1 represents that what? Eboda. 30 represents the entire state. When we divide that figure, then one of that is going for what? Eboda. And this will give us what? This will now be not to make it more. Okay. Then this one, population. What is the population of the entire what? Of the entire Olakoma, the entire state in Olakoma. What's the population?
120 million.
120, yeah, 120 million. Then, population of Eboda is how many states? Population of Eboda.
Eboda have 12 million.
It has what?
12 million.
12 million. As a result of that, we now have 12 divided by 120. That million will cancel themselves. Then this will also be here. Then What is the landmass of the entire
300,000 square kilometer.
300,000 square kilometer? What is the landmass of a Buddha?
30,000 square kilometer.
That will now be 30 divided by 300. The next one. What is the internally generated revenue of the entire nation? Look at it here. The total internally generated revenue effort of the 30 states and the 700 local government councils amounted to 500 billion and 300 billion, respectively. The total internally generated revenue of Ebola and the 25 local governments amounted to 50 billion and 20 billion. Simply means the Ebola state generated 50 billion, while the total revenue generated by all the states is what? 500 billion. Then we go back to that spot, that place, we have 50 divided by 500 billion. Billions will cancel themselves. Then we can now come up with what is meant to be allocated to a Buddha as a state in the question. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Then here, now let's come up with the figure. Then here we now have 40% times 893. Please confirm if it's correct. 383.20 times 1 divided by 30. Answer. Then the population now, we have 30% of that. That 30% times 893.20 times 12 divided by 120. What do we have? Then the next one, 20% times 893.20 times 30 divided by 300. Then the last one, 10% times 893.20 times 50 divided by 500. The total of what we have here will be how much? This is the total amount attributable to a Buddha state from the state allocation from the federation account. Any question, please, on that one?
Sir, from this population to internally generated revenue, I was having network issue. I didn't understand how you got the 12 over 120, 30 over 305, 50 over
now,
500.
Eboda's population is 12,000, 12 what? 12. Let's go back to the place. We can read it together. It won't be as if we are just giving you a figure. Now, look at Can you see? Hello?
Yes, I can see.
The question page, I mean the question page.
Yes,
Eboda is one of the 30 states in Olakoma. The federation has population of 120 million people with the local government with 700 local government council.
Yes, sir.
The land mass is what? 300,000 square meter of the entire what nation. Eboda has population of 12 million,
Yes, sir.
25 local government. Now, in terms of that population, Eboda has 12 million population. Why for the whole state, for the whole nation of the Olakoma, they have population of what? 120.
120. Okay.
That's how we divide what? 12 over 120.
Okay, sir.
By the landmarks, Eboda has what? 30 as landmarks, while the entire nation is what?
300,000 square meters.
Square meters. That is why we said 30 divided by 300,000. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
And by revenue generation, Eboda's, the entire nation generated revenue of how much? Look at it here. The total internally generated revenue efforts, the total generated revenue effort of the 30 states and 700 local government council amounted to 500 billion. That is, the one of 500 is for the states, the total money generated by all the states, while the total money generated by all the local government is 300. Then Eboda's, now the total internally generated revenue effort of Eboda and the 25 local government of that Eboda is what? 50 billion and 20 billion.
And 20 billion.
That's
Okay.
why we now say 50 divided by what? 500.
500.
Is it clear?
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Let's go back to the solution page. Can we see the solution page? Is it? Can we see the solution page?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we now need to do the second working note. I mean, the fourth working note. Our fourth working note states VAT allocation distribution. That is, we need to distribute what? The VAT to all the states based on the allocation being given to them. We use the same basis to do that. This is it. But the amount will now change. What is the VAT allocated to the state? VAT to the state. VAT to the state is how much? From the VAT account. This is the VAT we did. Can we see it? VAT account. This is the VAT amount. The state VAT is how much? 336,000. Can we see it? 336,000. 336,000. Is it clear? Then in here, we now have 40% times 336,000 times 1/30 The second one will be 30% times 336,000 times 12 over 120. The next one, 20% times 336,000 times 30 over 300,000. The last one, 10% times 336,000 times 50 over 500. Now, addition of this is the total money allocated to Olakoma State on VAT. Is it clear? Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir, it's
No.
clear.
We also meant to do workings for the local government because we also asked to prepare what? Local government accounts. As a result of that, we have working note 5, which is local government revenue allocation distribution. This will go to the state joint revenue account for the local government. Local government joint, state local government revenue joint account. Now, this will also be done on the same basis, but the variation that will be there is the revenue allocated to local government and the equity, the number of local government, the population, and the landmarks and the internally generated revenue. Now, let's go. You will see the element of what I will clean up now. Now, what are we meant to clean up? Look at it. Do you understand now? It's going to be on 40, 30, 20. If you don't understand it, you can go back to the question page. Can you see it? Local government, 40, population, 30, landmass, 20, and 10% for local government too. Then it now left to us to see how we are meant to distribute it. Now, for local government distribution, this one is for federation account. Is that clear? The revenue we are looking at is the one from the federation account. What is the amount allocated to the local government in the federation account? Any idea? Let's go to what? Federation account. This is the federation account. Local government figure is what? 688,761. Can we see it?
Yes.
688,761. Then we come here. 688,761. Six eight eight seven 6 1. That will also appear to this. Then, now for equity basis, let's look at it. How many local government do they have how many local government do they have
They have
in
700.
Olakuma? 700, Abi?
Olakuma has 25. Oh,
Eboda has
yeah, Boda has 25, but Olakuma has
25,
700.
700. Then we now say that times 25 over 700.
Yes.
Why the population? The population of local government make up the what? The state population. Do we understand?
Yes.
Now, what is the population of the entire nation?
The population of the entire nation is 120 million.
120. Why the Ebola is what? 12. It's still the same because the total of the local government population make up the state population. It will now be 12 over what? 120. This will not change from the previous one we have done. Then land mass of local government also make up the state land mass. What is the land mass?
30,000.
30 over what? 300. Is it clear? Now, we also now meant to look at what? Internally generated revenue effort of the entire local government of Olakuma. Internally generated revenue effort. Look at it here. Internally generated revenue effort of local government is 300,000. Can you see it in note 5? The total internally generated revenue effort of the 30 states and 700 local government council amounted to 500 billion and 300 billion respectively, which means the total revenue effort of the local government is what? 300 billion. Why local government of Eboda? Look at it, Roman figure 6. The total internally generated revenue effort of the Eboda state and 25 local government council amounted to 50 billion and 20 billion. Simply means those states in Eboda only contributed 20 billion of what? Internally generated revenue against what? The total revenue of the entire nation through the local government is 300 billion. We go back there. What is the local government revenue effort of Ebola?
20 billion.
20 billion.
20 over what? 300 contributed.
300.
Yes. Then we now come up with what? The figure here, saying that 40% times 688,761 times 25 divided by 700. The second one, 30% times 688,761 times 12,000. 12 divided by 120 times 20% times 688,761 times 30 divided by 300. The next one, we have 10% times 761 times 20 divided by 300. We now add it together. What do we have? 48. Please, any question here, please? Now, working note 6. Local government VAT distribution. Then the same approach we have taken in here is what we're meant to take here too. It's only the revenue allocated that will be different. What is the VAT allocation to the local government? Can you bring up the figure? No idea.
Two 200.
What do you say?
200.
235, 200, I mean. Is it correct? Hello? $235, 200. Then we now come up with 40% times 235, 200 times 25 divided by 700. The second one, 30% times 235, 200 times 12 divided by 120. The next one, 20% times 235, 200 times 30 divided by 300. The last one here, 10% times 235, 200 times 20 divided by 300. Then the total of the figure is 16 million. Now, we can now prepare the account. They ask us to prepare. What is now the statutory allocation to the federal accounts now? Federal account statutory allocation to the federal. Olakoma, Consolidated Revenue Fund account for the period. Now look at it at the federal level. What do we have? Go to the federation account. Amount is allocated to the federal is this. Can we see it? Is that clear? Apart from that, what else do we also have in the what in the question that is meant to appear in this account? Go to the question that is meant to appear here based on the explanation we gave last week. What do you say?
Sir, where did you get that 1761335 from?
From the federation account. This is our federation account. Can you see it? Hello? Look at the figure. Can you see it? Can you see the figure? See where my cursor is. Hello?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Now, from here now, what are the other revenue that are meant to appear there? We also have VAT. VAT allocation. What is the VAT we are having for the federal? VAT for the federal.
100.
100, 800. Can you see it? Let's remove the bracket because we are not listening it. Can you see it? What are the other revenue in the question that are meant to come to this account that has not been accounted for? Can you see the court fee? Hello?
Yes.
We have court fees. We have
Payee of armed forces.
all those ones, they are meant to appear in the federation account. Court fees. How much is the court fees?
30,000.
What about payee of armed forces?
55,000.
Payee armed forces. How much do you call the figure?
55,000.
65,000. Any other revenue?
55.
55?
Yes.
Okay. Papa just said that. Then which other one do we also have?
That's all.
Now, this is the total money that is attributable to the federal government of Olakuma. Now, working notes, question 6, Roman figure 2. What do they say you should do on that part?
Bermuda State Consolidated Revenue Fund.
Yeah. Bermuda State. We are meant to look at what? Consolidated revenue fund. Consolidated revenue fund account for the period. Now let me put you rule further. In case you have expenditure in here, look at it. You will just come here. See. Look at it. Expenditure. In case you have, we don't have, but I just want to indicate when you are seeing it, it will not be what new to you. Are you with me?
Yes.
Then the expenditure figure, you enter it and less it from here. But we don't have, just put what zero there and less it. Then what we have here, we have the surplus or deficit, which is the surplus. Any question there? After deduction of what? That is it. Now, let's now go back to the Abuja state, their own revenue local government. I mean, their own considered revenue fund. What is the revenue in this account? Since we don't have opening balance, revenue. We have what we call statutory allocation. Statutory allocation from the federation account. From the federation account. How much is the Abuja state revenue allocation? Now let's go to what? Working notes. State revenue allocation distribution. The one for Abuja is 65 here. Then VAT. VAT distribution. Put it here. Go to the VAT account for local government. Sorry, for local government. VAT allocated state, Abuja. How do they distribute that? This is the state distribution. Abuja is entitled to 24 of these. We enter it. What else again? No any other revenue for the state. Then we come up with what? Total. This is the total figure. Then if you have expenditure, you recognize it expenditure. Then when we less it from there, all we have is the balance, which is 90,000. We have done for the state. They also ask you to prepare G Roman figure 1. I mean C Roman figure 3. Now for C Roman figure 3, what they say you should do there?
Local government joint account.
Local government joint account. Put the amount here. Now, what are the things to enter this account? We have the statutory allocation from the federation account. Statutory allocation from the federation account. How much is the figure for local government in Ebola? Now, local government revenue distribution. This is the one that is meant for Ebola local government. Then VAT allocation. VAT allocation. The VAT allocation is also, can we say the VAT allocation for the Ebola are 16 billion. That is what we have captured. We are also being told, go to the question page. There is a particular statement that is also necessary. We also need to pay attention to. Look at note 7. All revenue due to local government in each state is paid to the state joint local government account. This account is entitled to 10% of the internally generated revenue of the state. Then we go back there. IGR, which is 10% times, what is the state internally generated revenue? State internally generated revenue being the amount generated by Ebola. What's the figure of the revenue generated by Ebola?
500 billion.
Is it 5 or 50, please? Let's confirm. Internally generated revenue effort of Ebola and 25
It's
local.
okay, it's 50 billion.
50 out of 500.
Yeah,
50
50.
billion.
Yeah, that is what we're going to recognize. And this one is in million. We are going to recognize 50,000 here. Then 10% of that is going to this account, which is 10 times 10% times 50,000. Addition of this is what is meant to be shared by all the local governments in Ebola in their state joint account. Now, prior to that,
Hello, sir. Please, that
I'm with
definition of the IGR, I do not understand it.
I'm coming. Now, in case there is expenditure that they have there also, but normally this account will not go with any expenditure because the total amount will be shared by the state, by the local government in the state. They will distribute it among the local government members of that state. Now, the question says you don't understand the internally generated revenue. In this account, Abi?
Yes, sir.
Now, if we look at what is here, look at what is in note 7. All revenue due to all local governments in each state is paid to the state joint local government account. They now said this account is entitled to 10% of the internally generated revenue of the state. That is the revenue generated by what? The internally generated revenue effort of each state. The local government joint account is entitled to 10%. Exactly. And Eboda, if you look at it here, the total internally generated revenue effort of Eboda and the 25 local governments amounted to 50 billion, and local government contributed what? 20 billion. Eboda alone contributed what? 50 billion. Then the local government joint account is entitled to 10% of this 50 billion. Is it clear?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
That is what we have allocated to them here, which is 10% of the, the reason why we cut it, because this particular figure is in million. We remove the 260 from there to put it as what? Instead of 50 billion, we put as what? 50,000, which is 5,000 here. Any other question? Any other question, please? Now, before I will call up this particular topic that we are done, there is another one I also want you to have experience of. When we look at it, this question, I want to give you another question in another dimension, whether you can be able to understand it from your own end. Are you with me? Let's go to our study part. Let's go there. Let's go to the second to the last page of the study part. This one is set to the past question.
Second to the last page. That will be page 276.
What do you say?
You said second to the last page of our study part.
Yes, I'm trying to locate that question for you guys.
That's 270 something. Okay.
Now, let's go to page what? Go to page 260. Page 260. Let me change it here too. Let's read the questions together. If it is something you can have a better understanding of.
Okay. We are there.
Can you see the question?
Yes.
Now, look at that question. This was part of the question set in 2017. Section A, compulsory part, 30 marks. Question number 1. The following balances were extracted from the book of Olakuma, State Government of Oton, as at 31st December 2015. We have cash account, 660,000. We have fund account.
That question on my own page is
I'm not sure you're on the same page.
Page 265. Page 265. Go to page 265.
Okay.
I forwarded this particular new one to you now. Don't you have it?
Just go to page 265, you'll find it there.
Are you on that page now? Are we on the same page?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now let's go through this question. You are given a trial balance where you have the cash account, you have considered revenue fund account, you have allocated from the federation account, you have other revenue, you have personnel costs, you have ordinary share of ₦1 each in ICAN PLC. We also have deposits, we have advances, we have loan from federal government, we have loan to local government, we have fixed deposits, LOB Bank PLC. Now said, we're given total. Now said additional information. Additional information. In the additional information, we have A, 40 billion should be transferred to development fund account for capital projects to be embarked upon in the first quarter of 2016. B, other charges by the Fund Management Committee and paid during the year, but which were omitted from the books of accounts to 50 words, amounted to 50 billion. The total grant of 100 million collected from the federal government for capital projects to be embarked upon in first quarter of 2016 was not recorded anywhere in the book. Required, prepare the following statement for submission for Auditor General for the state. Consider revenue fund account for the period ended 31st December 2015. Development fund account for the period ended 31st December 2015. We also have statement of assets and liability. And we have statement, they now said, state the component of general purpose of financial statement of a typical federal or state government. Then state for principal users of government financial reports and their needs. Can you see that this one is a bit different from the one we have solved, Abi? And it's still the same account they expect you to prepare. What is your view on the question? Hello?
It's a different question, but it has this one has all the ingredients.
Now, how do we now go when this particular question is being given to you and they are trying to test it? It's not far fetched from where we are coming from, but how do we go? We go with what? The principle of what? Double entry to solve our problem here. Principle of what? Double entry. How do we go? Let's go. Hold on to the question. I'm going to the solution page. Question 1, Pathfinder. What date is that, please? May. – 2017.
We can't see your worksheet.
What do you say?
We can't see your worksheet yet.
Oh, don't worry, I will open up with you. Can you see the solution page now?
You can see it now.
Yeah. Now let's now pick it one after the other. What is the first statement? Calabar State Government, is that also?
Yes.
Question 1A. Calabar State Government. What account they say we should prepare?
Consolidated Revenue Fund account.
Consolidated Revenue Fund
For the period.
for the year
For the period
ended
for the
31st 31st December
2015.
20 what?
2015.
2015. Okay. Now, do they abbreviate it in thousands or in millions?
Millions.
In millions. We have yeah. Now, what are the things that are going to be here? Now, I told you is of two areas. If you want to prepare it in terms of income and expenditure, you can decide not to come with what? Opening balance. If you want to come with the opening balance, then you are going to have closing balance. This is what I'm saying. I will specify the two for you to have a better understanding of what I'm saying. Now, taking for instance, now I want to take this one into consideration straight. Now, look at it. I have balance brought down. How much is the opening balance in the question there? Balance brought down. How much?
120. 120 million.
120,000. Abi?
Yes.
Now, revenue now. Revenue. What are the revenue you have in that question? Look at it. What are the revenue?
Allocation from
Allocation from statutory allocation, Abi?
Yes.
Statutory allocation from the federation account. How much is statutory allocation from the federation account?
300,000.
300,000. Okay. What are the other revenue?
Other revenue.
As that question is concerned. We have
Other
other
revenue.
Okay. Other revenue. How much is the other revenue?
40,000.
40,000.
40,000. 40,000. Do you also have any other revenue aside those one we have listed? Take your time to look at the question very well.
I'm seeing grants.
That grant will not appear in the consolidated revenue fund account based on the note given to you. You know, I gave you development fund account. Grant will enter into development fund account. It's part of inflow and outflow in the development fund account. Is it clear? Hello?
Where she see the grant, sir?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
I said grant will not enter this account. It will go to where? It will go to what? Development fund account. As a result of that, what are the total here is
loan from federal government.
Loan from federal government, yes.
It will not go into this, it will not enter this account.
Okay.
If you truly go through the note I gave you, grants, donations, internal loan, external loan, they are meant to appear in the development fund account, not in the consolidated revenue fund account. But servicing of the loan and loan repayment will enter consolidated revenue fund. Now, expenditure that will enter this account now, we've looked into the revenue. What are the expenditure? What are the expenditure?
Personnel costs.
Personnel costs, it will enter here. How much is the personnel cost?
150.
150,000.
How much?
150,000.
150,000.
450,000. Now, before we continue, in case for you not to run into what issue in the process, adjust all the notes you have. Let's sort out our notes to the account first. Now, working notes. Now, working notes 1, look at the additional note given to you. What are the things we have in the additional notes?
40 billion.
So for capital projects, 40 billion.
Well, 40 billion should be transferred to consolidate to what? To development fund account for capital project. Abi embarked up in the first quarter. Now, which means that one is part of cost here. Transfer to development fund. Development fund account. How much is the figure? The one of that personnel cost, you did not give me what is the figure is.
We said 150.
150,000.
150,000. Okay, thank you. Then for the development fund,
40
how much
billion.
is going to be
40 billion.
So
40 million.
40 billion.
Okay, 40,000 will be here, Abi.
Yes.
So it's not 40,000, 40 billion.
And now, because
the zero is already
in
on.
millions.
It's correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah,
But for million, you put 3 zeros too now.
We have been using million.
you know,
So
we have
now,
abbreviated it above here. We have put million above there. If you look at it, the one they have millions here, look at the question. You have in millions, they are in thousands. But this one is in the notes. Do you understand? When you remove 60 from that 40,000, 40 billion, it becomes what? 40,000. You know, billions is what? 9 zeros.
9
And we
zeros.
remove 6, it's going to remain what? 3.
3.
Against that 40, it's going to be 40,000. Is it clear?
Okay.
Sir, in doing so, if you check our balance brought down of 120 million, the amount is in million, not in billion. So if you add, it was supposed to be 120 there, not 120,000 again. If that's billion.
It's
No,
120,000. Look at it. Look at that question. They abbreviated it in million. If you have a billion in the what, in the additional notes, you will also, since you are posting it in, and you have done the abbreviation, you are also meant to convert it, remove that 60. I don't know whether what I'm saying is clear to you.
Sir, what I'm thinking is that if the 120,000, if you add the 60 to 120,000, it becomes billion.
Yes.
That's
and
what
you have 40 billion and you have abbreviated it in million. What do you have?
It will be 40,000.
It's 40,000.
40,000.
And that's what is there.
That M is 60. The M in the question stands for 6 zeros.
6 zeros.
So that
yes.
120 million is 120 billion.
Yes. And that's we also use 60 in our own note here in what we are solving. Simply means if you want to bring up 40 billion, it will turn out to be 40,000.
Yes, go ahead.
Now, what are the other things you have in the other notes?
Other charges
approved by Fund Management Committee and paid during the year, but which were omitted from the books amounted to 50 billion.
50 billion. They have an omission. That is an error. You need to do the normal correction. Now, open an account. That other charges that is being completely omitted in the book is going to affect many things. What are those things that are meant to be affected? Those are the things we are all of us meant to look into. How do we go from there? One, we open what we call, we have cash account in the question. Is that not so?
Yes.
Now, I'm using T format to prepare the account. Let me do it this way. Now, we have this. What is the opening balance of our cash account?
60,000.
60,000.
60,000, Abi? I'm coming up. Balance carried brought down. 60,000, Abi?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, we also open accounts which account do we also we are also meant to open?
Other charges?
Other charges. I'm coming. We're also meant to open other charges accounts. This one will now be for other charges. Other charges. For that other charges, how do we go from there? How much is the other charges?
50 billion.
Other charges is how much?
50 billion.
50
That's
billion.
50,000. That's
Now,
50,000.
50,000 now. Thank you.
Mm.
Now, that other charges will appear in two places. Because it's been omitted, we put it here. Other charges, 50. Then it will now come to this. Don't forget about what we refer to as what? Debit the receiver, credit what? The giver. That still remember double entry principle. That is what we are using here now. We now come here, cash. 50,000. Any question of what we have done? Is it cleared? Is it cleared?
So cash will have a balance of 10.
Yes.
10.
What do we also have there in the note again?
Total grants of 100 billion collected from federal government for capital
grants
projects.
accounts. Grants accounts. Okay. Now, that grant enter into the cash. Grant. They receive it. How much is the grant?
100,000.
100,000. Then it serves as an income here. Cash. 100,000. Any other one?
No.
Any other transaction?
No.
Okay. Absent of no, we can balance up the accounts here. Now, what is the total here we have? At the
160.
debit side, 160, Abi.
Yes.
Now, at our other side here, our balance carried down will be how much?
11.
110.
110. Then we have this and this together to close up the accounts. Then our balance brought down will be how much?
110.
110. We are done with the cash. Then this one, where will this particular figure appear? Is going to what? CRF account, which is considered a revenue fund account, 50,000. We close the account there. This is meant to appear in the development fund account. We can now go back to this place. Other charges is meant to appear here, other charges. Note what? Note, working note 2. How much is the figure? 50,000. Abi?
Yes.
What are the other things that are also meant to appear here? Grant will not appear here, cash will not appear here. In the question, do we have any other things to be taken into consideration in there? No more. Then what's the total of what we have here? Sum. We have addition of all these.
240.
240. Then
220. I will not put minus.
this is balance carry down. Now, if I don't want to do it this way, I only want to consider revenue and expenditure. I will not recognize this opening balance. Do you understand? And I will not have closing balance. In that scenario, I will look at what I'm trying to say. If you understand what I'm saying, though. Hello, are you with me?
Yes.
Now, let's assume that I only want to have what? Income and expenditure. I want to recognize revenue and expenditure. In that scenario, I will now have what? Consider revenue fund and surplus. Do you understand? In that situation, I will have this. I will also have this. Our total revenue here will now be this. Which is this. Why the total expenditure will be this. When we now less this from this, we have 100 as our surplus. When you now have that surplus plus that 120, it gives you 220 back, which you have what? It's like you have what you call your capital and your net profit. When you had net profit and capital together, you have your closing what? Capital. Is that clear? But depending on the way you want to do it, if you want to recognize as revenue and expenditure, you want to take this one as what? Fund balancing, no problem. And if you want to go with what? Closing balance of this, no problem. You get the same figure. But you should know what you are doing when you are picking it. That's why I try to differentiate it. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what was the second question they asked us to prepare? One Roman figure, B Roman figure 2. Question B, what did they say we should do?
Development funds. Account.
Now, development fund. If you still remember, what is the formula for the format for development fund account? Development fund account for the year ended 31st December 2015. Do we have any opening balance for that one at all?
No.
No, Abi? Balance brought forward is 0. Is that not so? Inflow. What are the inflow in this account? Something that is coming into this account. Please check. No,
Loan from federal government.
now we have loan for thank you. Now, prior to that, we have transfer from this account. Do you still remember to development fund?
Yeah.
Transfer from consolidated revenue fund. How much is it?
40,000.
Okay, we have entered it. Then what else we also have? We have a grant. Can you still remember?
Yes.
Grant. How much is the grant?
100,000.
Cash account.
100,000.
This is it. Okay. You also said we have loan from where? Loan from federal government.
Then
Yes.
Federal government. How much is the loan?
60,000.
60,000. Okay. Any other inflow?
No.
Any other inflow?
Have we
No.
considered the deposits?
Deposit will not appear here.
Okay, sir.
Any other one?
That's all.
Addition of this is what?
200.
200,000. Then what are the outflow or the expenditure? Outflow.
So, local government. 6, 7.
Loan to local government.
Loan to
Local government.
loan to local government. How much?
80,000.
80,000. Any other one?
I'm going to add fixed deposits.
No.
So that's the only one.
Now, what of these advances?
Those ones are not meant to be in those accounts.
The development fund. 120.
The closing balance of this one is what?
120,000.
120,000. Balance Which account they say you should prepare again?
Statement of assets and liabilities as at the
That is one Roman figure C. Statement of assets and liabilities. Now, statement of asset and liability is a statement that shows the total asset of entity and liability of the entity at that particular period of time, which is taken as statement of financial position. Is it clear? Now, in the public sector, it can either be prepared, it can normally, public sector use what? Cash basis. As a result of that, they prepare their accounts using what? Cash basis. When they prepare their account using cash basis, then they start with liquid assets. They are meant to start with what? Liquid assets. Take note. Now, in that scenario, the assets you are going to recognize first is cash and cash equivalents or cash and bank balances first when you are using cash basis in the public sector. But if you adopt what? The use of what? International public sector accounting standard, then and you are using accurate basis, start with what? Non-current assets. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now, if we now look at the nature of the question here, we have what? Assets. What are the assets we have?
Cash.
First and foremost, we recognize cash accounts. What do we have in our cash account? You have a working note for that cash account, working note 1. What is the balance of our cash account?
110.
410,000.
10,000. It appears here. Fine. What are the other things we are also meant to recognize as part of assets in the question given to you?
Advances.
Advances, correct. How much is the advances?
80,000.
How much do you call it?
80,000.
80,000.
80,000 is here. What else again?
Fixed deposit.
Fixed deposit, Lobo Bank.
Fixed deposit. What do you call the bank?
Lobo Bank PLC.
Logo Bank.
Lobo.
Logo now? Or Lobo?
B for ball. B-O.
Okay. Logo Bank. How much is it?
60,000.
60,000.
60?
Zero.
What else again? Investment. Can you see investment there?
You mean the ordinary share capital?
Yes. They said ordinary share of 1 naira each in ICAN PLC, 150. Can you see it?
Yes.
Can you see
Yes.
it?
Yes, sir.
That's an investment that government invests in that particular organization. Ordinary share of 1 naira each. Crown PLC. How much? 150,000. Which one again? Any other one?
No.
Nothing. Addition. We have 400 here. Is it cleared? We refer it as what? Total assets. Now we move down. Liability. The first one is what? Funds and reserves. Under the fund, what are the funds we have? Funds. The first one is what? Consolidated revenue fund. How much is the balance of consolidated revenue fund account?
120 million.
220.
220.
Oh.
Development fund. Development fund.
How did we get to 20?
How much is development fund? 120. What is the total of the fund?
340.
340. Now, liability.
Sir, how did you get to 20?
How did we get to 20, sir?
We calculated it above.
See now, consider revenue fund. Is it not here?
Okay.
Huh?
Sin, sir, sin.
Surplus plus open balance.
Then liability. Normally, we're supposed to have what we call non-current. That is where they have loan. Maybe governments borrow what? Money, X, where this and that. But in this question, we have recognized it under what? Under that. That's why we don't factor it in here. It's 0 here. Then current liability.
So sorry, what do you say was meant to be there when you put 0?
If the government seek for loan elsewhere, but because we have development fund accounts, and in this particular account, that is where we normally recognize anything that has to do with what capital project or borrowing. That's why we did not recognize it here when you use what cash basis.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Now, under this one, we have what we call What do we have there, please? Deposit. How much is the deposit?
60,000.
Huh?
60,000.
60,000. $60,000 plus what we have here. It's giving us what? 400. This will now be total funds and liability. Any question? Any question? Any question, please? Any question? Hello?
This one is pure accounting. This thing.
Yes. That's why I told you that when we're about to start that we are meant to apply the principle of double entry to be able to balance the accounts. Now, let's look at other questions that we also have under that.
Please, when can we have the video for this class?
They will send it to you now. They also ask you to state the component of the general purpose of financial statement of the typical federal or state accounts. How does their financial statements look like? In line with International Public Sector Accounting Standard. In line with International Public Sector Accounting Standard. The financial statement components are: 1, statement of financial performance. Statement of financial performance, which is the same statement of consolidated revenue fund account. Statement of financial performance. Statement of financial performance is prepared in line with ICAN 1. In line with what? ICAN 1. In order to monitor the government revenue and expenditure on a periodic basis. That is statement of financial performance. We also have number 2, statement of financial position. In order to know the statement is prepared to ascertain the government assets, the public assets and public liability. That's statement of financial position. That's 2. Number 3, statement of cash flow. Statement of cash flow. Statement of cash flow is prepared in order to ascertain what are the cash receipts and what are the cash payments by the government. That's statement number 3. Statement number 4, statement of net assets. Statement of net assets. In the private sector, they refer it as statement of change in equity. In the public sector, they call it statement of net assets. The next one, explanatory notes to the account. Those notes that make up the figure in the financial report or financial statement is what we call what? Explanatory notes to the accounts. The next one, statement of accounting policy. What are the accounting methods or policy being adopted in preparing the financial statement? All those ones are meant to appear in the statement of what? Accounting policy. In terms of the estimate, error, prior year adjustment, all those ones are meant to appear there. The accounting policy you have adopted in terms of depreciation method, in terms of your depreciation rate, cash basis or accurate basis you have adopted in preparing your account. All these are meant to be stated in the statement of accounting policy. Then the next statement. Are we together? How many have we listed? Hello? Hello?
We've listed 6.
6. Now, those are the core statements. Other statements, they are just to follow up with what? With the organization in terms of the director's report, in terms of administrator's report, do you understand? Or minister's report, based on the what? The ministry where they operate or based on the agency. That is other reports they are also meant to look into, which is not part of the what? Policy we are looking at. Then the next one says what? State 4 principal users of government fund, government financial reports and their names. Who are the users? We have 2 users. We have internal users and external users. The internal users are those who prepare the account or prepare the accounting information within the organization. And as public sector is concerned, the internal users include the following: the president, the presidential cabinet. The presidential cabinet refers to the ministers that make up the presidential cabinet. In terms of minister of what? Minister of Power and Energy, Minister of what? Petroleum, Minister of Finance, Minister of what? Works and Housing, all those ones, they are the cabinet of the president. They are also form part of the work of the system. Aside that, we also have what? The directors. No. Do you understand? Now, that one also form part of the what? Internal what? Users, the administrators, the directors of the ministry, they are part of the what? Administrators. Are we together? Accountant general, also part of the what? Internal users. But when we look at it from the external users, we are talking of those who are making use of the information, but they don't form part of those who prepare that particular account. We talk of the what? House of Assembly, House of Rep, judiciary arms of government. Those ones, they are what? External users. Auditor General is part of what? External users. Pressure group, part of the external users. The public at large, part of the external users. Investors and foreigners, part of the external users. Any other question? Any other question?
So, sir, which one is the principal user? Are we supposed to focus on the internal or the external?
Internal and external. Anybody you pick, the first person you are looking at is what? President. After president, we talk of the accountant general. We talk of the ministers, which we refer to as what? Cabinet, presidential cabinet. When we look at it from the external, we are referring to the what? The National Assembly, House of Rep. Those ones, they are external what? Users. There is another one, they normally call them what? Public Accounting Committee, PAC. That one is also part of what? External users. They are the ones that are meant to check the spending, financial record, the preparation of accounts in what? In the public sector, which any findings or anything they investigate and they discover anything, they will report to the National Assembly. They can call the Accountant General to come and answer query. in the National Assembly. Those are the external and internal users of the public sector accounting. Any other question?